Hello everyone, my name is Satyam and you are watching Ask Pro Guy. So today we are going to create this amazing sidebar menu and let's get started guys. So as you can see here guys that there is a button which is basically my logo and there is a back button also to close the menu. Okay, so this is what we will be creating. Pretty easy stuff. A little bit of JavaScript is involved but that's not much. So here is the text editor that I will be using. I'm gonna open a folder. I'm using Visual Studio Code, because that's what I like. So as you can see here that there are a lot of images. I use them to test how my screen will look in different images. So I'm gonna create a new file that is menu.html. So in this I'm gonna press exclamation mark and then hit enter. So as you can see here that there is a lot of text that we need. I have just given a title. Now I'm gonna create a div element with outside class, okay, and then I'm gonna create another div element with container class. Now inside of it I'm gonna create an aside element. Inside of it I'm gonna create an unordered list. So now I'm gonna create some list items. So as you can see here, these are the listed items that we will be creating. So Alt Shift down arrow key is the shortcut to copy lines, okay, in the Visual Studios of course. So I'm gonna write the products, I'm gonna write all of the stuff that I want to write in the list items. So home, products, books, blogs and tutorials, and basically privacy policy and about us page, okay. So that's what I will be writing basically, and you can convert them into links, basically clickable links to connect to different pages. Okay, so let me just come here and refresh and see how it looks. I'm using exam server. Okay, now as you can see here it is completely normal unordered list, okay, nothing special there. Now I'm gonna insert an image. Now first I'm gonna create a div element with image class and then I'm gonna create an image tag, okay. Inside of it I'm gonna give the name of the image that I will be using as a background image. So this is the image that I will be using as a background image. Alternate text will be background, and class I'm gonna give it a class of back, okay. So let's come here and see how it actually looks. So as you can see here that guys, there are a lot of white spaces near the image, okay. So I'm gonna remove them, but I will do it in the CSS file. So here in the CSS file I have just created it. Now first I will actually link the CSS file, okay. So as you can see here I've just used the link tag, and remember to give a type of text/CSS, okay. Now let's come back to the menu.css, and here I'm gonna give a box sizing of border box to all of the tags, okay, all of the elements. Now I'm gonna give a padding and margin of 0% to the body so that there will be no white spaces, plus background I don't need any, so I'm gonna give it a none. As you can see here that all of the white spaces around the image are basically gone, okay. So I'm gonna just come here and overflow will be hidden, okay, because I don't want user to scroll, okay, horizontally. So I'm gonna come here and in the outside div element I'm gonna target that, and I'm gonna specify some width and height. So width will be 100%, height will be 100 viewport height. So dot container class, okay, basically I'm gonna give a position of relative and display flags, okay. So as you can see here this is how it will actually look after that. Display flags basically means arranging all of the elements in a horizontal row, okay, not in vertical column. So now I'm going to give it a width of 120, okay, 120 viewport width, okay, because we will be setting up a 20 viewport width for our menu, okay. Video is very fast, okay, so 100% height, okay, that's pretty awesome. Now overflow here will also be hidden, okay, we don't want anyone to scroll anything. Plus I'm gonna set styling for the image, okay. As you can see here that we have this image class and this back class, okay. So I'm gonna give styling for that image also, that is basically our background image. Now I'm gonna give a object fit of cover, okay. I don't want this image to stretch out in different resolutions, so that's what I will use. Width will be 100 viewport width, height will be 100 viewport height. As you can see here that our image looks a lot nicer now. So here I'm gonna just remove the hidden basically overflow, and let me show you how it actually looks. So as you can see here that the height is right, but there is space around the image. I'm gonna just style the dot container class, okay, that container class a side tag, okay. So I'm gonna give it a width of 20 viewport width so that all of the remaining space will be accommodated by the sidebar menu, okay. So as you can see here it is done, and height will be 100% plus background will be gradient, okay. I want a linear gradient background with 45 degree. Of course guys, I used hit and trial method to find these values, okay. So as you can see here that there are colors are used, and yeah, let's see how it actually looks. So it looks pretty damn nice. Okay, so now we will add some more. Okay, basically I'm gonna target the unordered list now. Okay, so here I will give a color of white. Basically I want all of the text to be in white color. I'm gonna set a font size of 30 pixels and a padding of 20 pixels from all sides, plus a padding of bottom will be 0% because I don't want any padding on the bottom, and the padding right will be 5 pixels. Okay, so as you can see here, on refreshing, you can see that it looks a lot more nicer. Plus I don't want those dots. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a list style of none. Okay, because I don't want that list style of dots. That looks basically horrible for a menu bar. Now I'm gonna target the list items. Okay, inside of that UL tag. So now as you can see here, I'm giving a margin top of 40 pixel and margin bottom of 40 pixel because I want some space between the individual list items. Okay, plus a margin left of 20 pixels. On refreshing, guys, you can see that all of the dots are gone, plus there is a space between list items now, and yeah, it looks a lot more nicer now, right? Now I'm gonna give an overflow hidden again because that's how I'm gonna proceed further. I don't need to show you how it looks on scrolling anymore. Now I'm just gonna add the logo image. Okay, that image which we will be using as button to open our menu bar. Okay, so yeah, logo.jpg is the name of that image, and alternate text is logo, plus class is also logo. Makes it a lot more nicer and easier to do stuff. Now I'll just have to add CSS to make it appear on the screen now. So I'm gonna just add some CSS for the dot logo. Now position will be absolute. Okay, and yeah, so let's just go ahead and see if it appears right now. So no, it does not appear right now. We will have to specify the position also. So top will be 3%. I want it to be a little bit lower than top. Okay, and I want it to be a little bit on the left side of the menu bar. So I will give a 24 viewport width. Okay, because our menu bar is 20 viewport width. Okay, so yeah, now it looks a lot more better. Now I'm just gonna reduce the size of the image and then give a border radius of 50%, so to make it smaller and round. So now okay, so yeah, here we have to do a little bit more stuff. Okay guys, so in order to add that back button, okay, I'm gonna just give a element. Okay, anchor element. So in that anchor element, I'll just give a hashtag, and I'm gonna write a function called move. Okay, I'm gonna create that function. Don't worry, it is very easy to create it. Plus this code that I just wrote. Okay, and hashtag 10094 semicolon. It is actually an HTML code to display that button. Okay, to display that symbol. Okay, it is quite small right now on the screen, so I'm just gonna make some CSS changes to make it big and a lot more visible. So position will be absolute, of course, and top will be 0%. I don't want any distance between top and this symbol. Plus left will be 15%. Okay, let's just see how it looks. Font size will be 50 pixels, and I don't want any text decoration for the anchor element also. So let's just refresh it, and as you can see here that there is a blue color. I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna change the blue color to white color, and I'm also gonna reduce the that 15% to 13%. It looks a lot better. Okay, I just made it bolder also. Okay, so cursor will be pointer. Okay, to make people understand that hey, it is clickable. Okay, now I'm gonna create a menu.js, basically JavaScript file. Here I'm gonna target that container element. So contain is equals to document.querySelector, and inside of it we will write in the. So we just targeted that dot, basically container element. Okay, now so I've just given a new variable. Okay, current margin left, and set the value of it to 0. Plus now I'm gonna make the move function that we just mentioned earlier. So if the value of this new variable is 0, okay, that current margin left is 0, then I'm gonna set the left margin of our container element equals to -20 viewport width. Okay, and that will actually hide our menu. Okay, now if it is anything else than that, then I'm just gonna set it to 0 viewport. It will show our menu, and I'm just changing the current margin left according to the value I'm just putting in. Okay, so as you can see here, it is that's it. Okay, that's the move function. Okay, and now it should work. I'm just gonna save it all, and yeah, here I'm gonna have to actually that connection between our script and the HTML file also. So I'm just gonna connect our script and HTML file with the help of script tag, and the tag will be text/javascript. Okay, and yeah, let's refresh it and see how it works. Okay, so our back button actually works, but our logo button does not, because we did not specify that on-click method or attribute in our logo image. Okay, so now it should work. So yeah, our logo image also works and our back button also works. That's pretty nice, but it is very abruptly. Okay, it is happening so damn fast. Plus, on refreshing, the sidebar is already open, so we have to do something about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna create the load function. So inside of this load function, I'm just gonna set the left margin to -20 viewports from the start, and the value of that variable will be 20 from the start. Now window.onload will actually start this function from the start. Okay, now here I'm gonna provide a transition also. Transition will be for all of the properties. Okay, for half second, and ease in out will be the way it will happen. Okay, so yeah, transition is not working. Okay, sure, there is no menu on when we refresh it, but the transition is not working because we did not specify it on the container. Okay, we just specified it in different, or actually in the wrong element. Now it should work. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how it actually looking to you guys, because the recording might lag a little, but for me it is very smooth. Okay, the transition is pretty smooth and it looks a lot nice. Okay, a lot of things are really good in this web page. Basically, it is pretty simple to make. Okay, and all of the things are really simple. Nothing is too fancy, nothing is too complicated. Okay, it is very easy for user also. User interface is pretty intuitive also. As you can see here that I have this MacBook, so this image is very colorful, and that's how I actually set the gradient colors also, to match the image, and it looks really awesome. Okay, so now this is another image, okay, that I used to test. As you can see here that I have just add contrasting yet matching colors, and it is also looking very good. Okay, and these are just some examples. Okay, these are just some examples that you can use this thing for different kind of websites. Okay, and always remember that it is very good to actually match your colors with the image. Okay, because that just gives it a lot better look, or basically it just makes everything look a part of the same thing. Okay, it does not make it look like a different thing. Okay, it is complete package. Okay, that's how it actually makes it look. So yeah, our page is completely ready right now. Okay, we have a button, basically it is our logo. Okay, and a back button also, a sidebar menu, a really awesome image, plus and let me tell you guys that all of the CSS that we use in it is supported by all of the major browsers and most of the browsers outside. Okay, out in the world. I mean, you may not actually use it on a desktop, but on a mobile, it is really useful, because that's how most of the websites actually display their menus on a mobile. Okay, so yeah, if you like the video guys, don't forget to share the video, like the video, and subscribe the channel guys. Also, I make this kind of videos, plus I'm gonna make some gaming videos also guys in the future. So yeah, consider subscribing this channel if you want more content like this. And guys, till the next video, goodbye.